everyone. Happy Tuesday. Welcome in, welcome in.
Hello, hello.
To another Chit Chat Tuesday. We are here. We are back from our group cruise and just thought we would talk about it. So,
Yes.
welcome in, you guys.
Wearing matching attire
We're
too.
matching attire. Hope you guys can hear us and see us okay. We're having some technical difficulties behind the scenes, trying to get things set up. So, if something falls or anything happens, y'all, it's been a mess today. But
Can
we are
everyone
glad.
hear us?
We are glad that you guys are here with us today on this Tuesday. Hope you guys are doing well.
Yeah.
And looks like let me make sure we're live on Facebook. I think we should be. But I hope you guys are doing well on this Tuesday, that you had a wonderful 4th of July weekend or week. I know some people took off the weekend. I know, was it on Wednesday or Thursday?
Thursday.
So kind of the middle of the week, so kind of throws your holidays off. But I hope you guys had an enjoyable time. And let me just make sure we're live on Facebook. I think we are. There we go. Yep, we are live. So, guys, welcome in. Let's see who we have here in the house. Welcome in, Phil and D's Travel Spree. Thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it. We have M. Rosser. Good evening. Good evening. And thanks for being part of our group cruise. We appreciate you being there.
Yes.
It was a pleasure meeting you and your family. Everyday Getaways. Welcome in. Welcome in. How are you doing? Sea Life with Us, welcome in, welcome in. We appreciate you as well being part of our group cruise. Felicia Hall, thank you as well for being part of our group cruise. We have a lot of group cruise members here tonight. And Felicia and Sea Life with Us, thank you for being channel members as well.
Felicia's the one that bought
No,
the rum cakes.
not this Felicia. We had 3 Felicias on our group cruise, not that Felicia.
Okay.
Mel T, hello, welcome in, welcome in. We have Game Changer Auntie. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure meeting you as well. She says hello, family. So thanks for tuning in. We Trippin', welcome in. Hope you guys are doing okay. We have Priceless here. It's a pleasure meeting you as well. She says hello, family.
Hello.
Gloria Jackson, good evening, good evening. Thank you for being a channel member. We have LF McKinley, another group member who joined us on our group cruise. So
Like
yeah, we appreciate you guys tuning in tonight, and thank you for being a channel member.
Yes.
Ashley, welcome in. Says hello, love seeing you and your family's adventures. Well, thank you so much. I know we were chatting earlier. Says wish I could have gone. Maybe next time. Yeah, next time. It's open. We're going to talk about some of our group cruises we have coming up. And this talk will be a little different. We're just going to kind of reflect on this group cruise. This was our very, very first group cruise. So a lot of things went well, and there's some things that I'm already making mental notes of to work out for the next group cruise. So it's one of those things you learn from the first time, and you make things better each time thereafter. So those of you who were part of our very first group cruise, you guys were kind of, I'm not going to say guinea pigs, but you guys were kind of like our test run to see how this might work. And it was perfect that it was a 3-day cruise to do that. But we really did have a good time. Charisse, welcome in. Hello, hello, hello. And we have 47 people watching. If you guys could give us a thumbs up before we get started, we would greatly appreciate it. Now, if you have any questions about, how this group cruise went, any questions about planning a group cruise, anything related to group cruise, feel free to drop those in the chat. Let me go to Facebook to see. I think we have a few people watching over there. Paul Warren says, did you and the family enjoy the cruise? We absolutely did.
Yes, we did.
Now,
yeah. I'm going to start off that I had a very specific set of instructions before we left, and it was just a one-liner, and it was, don't embarrass me, and then she said, don't show your ass. I don't know if it was in that order, but it was pretty much the same thing.
Well.
And how did I do?
You did good. He did well. But again, welcome into everyone. If you guys don't know us, I'm Raquel from MH Family Adventures.
I'm Ron.
And we are a cruise vlogging family. We have 3 children. We just cruise a lot and share our journey, our adventures with you guys, and we appreciate you guys tuning in. But do want to say, those of you in Texas, I know there's some things going on. We have a couple of friends and other content creators that are kind of involved in what's going on with Texas. So just know that our thoughts and prayers are with you. And hopefully you have sounds like the grid is out in certain areas.
A couple of hours ago, they still had 1 million people without power.
Wow. And it's hot there, so I can only imagine
a lot
what
of
it's like. So
friends in the Houston area, and my cousin Michelle just moved there, so it's
So yeah, so you guys be safe. Our thoughts and prayers are with you guys. Hopefully, you guys are able to get power here soon, and yeah, hopefully everything gets resolved here soon. But just wanted to say that. But yeah, so we have a lot going on, and this is a very busy time because I am completely exhausted from the group cruise. We got back. Did we get back yesterday?
Sunday.
We got back Sunday. We actually left right after the group cruise. We had an 11 a.m. flight out of Orlando, which I would never advise someone to do. We did it, and we had plenty of time, but I would never encourage anyone. I know I had to get home because I have to prepare for another cruise coming up in a few days. So upcoming cruises. Actually, guys, this is my birthday week, so I will be on board.
It is.
It is my birthday week. So my birthday is on Saturday. Yeah, my birthday's on Saturday, so I will be not with the whole family. Well, I'll be home most of Saturday. I'm flying out Saturday evening to join. If you guys don't know Veronica from Life of V, I will be on board her group cruise. I'm taking Joe Marie along with me. I was going to go solo, just kind of hang out with the other group members, and my sister Cheryl, Auntie Cheryl, will be on board, as well as my brother Troy, his wife Ebony. And a lot of other content creators and Life of V's friends and family. So excited for that. So Joe Marie will be joining me on that cruise. So I'll be headed out here soon. So that is the next cruise coming up, Carnival Horizon. I'm going to vlog this a little bit differently. I'm going to really use this cruise to kind of relax because I've already done like Carnival Panorama, which is the sister ship to Horizon. I will go live from the ship, but I'm not going to vlog it the way that I have been vlogging. It's going to be a little bit different because I want to take a little bit of time. I've been like back to back cruising, and I want to take some time to really relax and network and meet other people and just have a good time. So I will be sharing that journey with you, but it might look a little bit, yeah. Let's see what else. Other cruises we have coming up. That's really, oh, actually, right after that cruise, I'll be flying home for one day and then headed back home. Headed back home. Florida is home for me. That is Jacksonville's home. I'm heading back to Florida to board Utopia.
Excuse me, guys. Home is in Ohio right now.
Home is in Ohio, but my original home was Florida. So maybe that's the sign we need to get back there. I don't know. But flying back, so I'm flying home after this 6-day cruise just to pick up Dice because Dice is going with me on board Utopia of the Seas. So we will be on Utopia of the Seas for the original inaugural cruise. And I say original because if you guys don't know, Royal Caribbean changed the original inaugural. They moved it from the 22nd to the 19th, but they're calling one a maiden voyage, one an inaugural voyage. So they're still calling it an inaugural, but the inaugural really is that first um, paid cruise. So we decided the whole family wouldn't go on that one. So it's just gonna be me and Dice on that one. So we're excited for that one. But
So you're gonna be home for one day to do laundry?
yeah, to do laundry. Say hey to y'all and David Ruffin, and then that's it. Let's see who else do we have here in the chat. Hold on, my computer's acting a little funny tonight. Let's see here. Ellis McKinley. Oh, Felicia Holmes, welcome in. Thanks for being here. That is the Felicia you're referring to.
Okay, they got the rum cake.
Rum cake, yes. Wanda Carter, welcome in, welcome in. Ellis McKinley says, I told you earlier, you and the family did outstanding. Hats off to you. We really do appreciate that. And I have asked for some feedback from some of our group members. I have had some reach out with some feedback, so I do appreciate that. So if there's anything that we could do better next time, let us know. Shiree says, can't wait to see the vlogs. Now, the group cruise vlog will be just one vlog. And guys, this is something that I really, really wanted to highlight and vlog this trip, but I didn't. There are some areas that I highlighted, but I was just so involved with meeting people, talking to people, all of the things we had going on that I didn't pull out my camera as much as I thought I was going to. But I'll have at least one full vlog to kind of show what we did during the group cruise. Dwayne B says, hey fam, did we discover if the Vista was going to be the first ship to Celebration Key? We did, and thank you for that information. Carnival Vista will be the first one going to Celebration Key. It'll be there the day before Carnival Conquest will be there. But I don't think we're going to book Carnival Vista because it's an 8-day cruise and it only has 3 ports. And I'm a port lover. Like if I had to choose between a sea day and a port day, I'm normally going to choose a port day. And so to do 8 days on Vista and only have 3 ports, and they weren't even like really, it was like Nassau, I think, maybe Grand Turk, and then Celebration Key, I believe. So it just wasn't very enticing. Maybe I'm wrong about the itinerary, but it just wasn't enticing for me 8 days on that ship for 3 ports. So we will be on Carnival Conquest, which is our next group cruise. If you are interested in joining us, we will be on board Carnival Conquest July 21st through the 25th, going to Half Moon Cay and Celebration Heat next year. So if you want to join us for next year's group cruise, be sure to reach out to me. My information is scrolling across the bottom. I have shared it on social media a few times. At this time, we have 32 cabins booked and we have 16 cabins remaining. So if you want to join us next year, definitely reach out to me. I'd love to get you booked.
And we liked the size of the group that we had because it was intimate. It wasn't so unruly, and we all got a chance to at least chat with everyone there.
Yes, yes, yes. Lisa T says it's 105 in Texas. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Yeah. So hope you guys are staying cool. Lily STH. I think I have an idea of who that is. Says good evening, everyone. Welcome in, welcome in. Belinda Taylor Sigmund says hello. My sister is in Houston. Still no power or water. Yes, we're definitely praying for them. That's really sad to hear. Cruise Control TV, welcome in, welcome in. Another channel members and one of our partners. And I was just prepared to give them a huge shout out. So we use it. You guys have heard me talk about Cruise Control transportation lots of times. I talk about them all the time. Anytime we cruise in Port Canaveral, I talk about them.
Yeah.
But huge shout out to them because they help organize and provide transportation for our group leaving, because we stayed at the Town Place Suites Orlando Airport, and they provided transportation to the cruise as well as from the cruise back to the airport. So we are forever thankful to Cruise Control. Excellent service. Like all of our guests enjoyed their service. The drivers are so friendly and professional. And so, yeah, if you are cruising from Orlando, if you're flying into Orlando and cruising out of Port Canaveral, definitely check out Cruise Control Transportation. They are the best shuttle service there in Orlando. You guys have heard of GoPort and some of the others, and I'm just going to say that Cruise Control is the best. GoPort, they're charging you a little bit more. You're going to be in a 60 passenger bus, whereas with Cruise Control, it's a little bit less, but you're going to have that intimate professional service. They're going to be punctual. It's $25 per person each way. They pick up from the airport as well as airport area hotels. And if you use our code MHFAM, you're going to save 10%. So definitely check them out if you are cruising out of Port Canaveral.
Now, hold on a second. There's one thing that I did like about cruise control transportation that I was just impressed. There was what, 54 of us that all they had the shuttle. And when we got to the shuttles that morning, all the vans were there, and there's someone, I don't know what his name was, but he had a piece of paper with everyone's name and say, you go to this shuttle, you go to that shuttle, you go to that shuttle.
Yes.
I felt like I was going to boot camp.
Everything was organized. So thanks to Corey and his team with Cruise Control. We definitely appreciate it.
And it was that way on the way back too. They made sure that everyone
Yes.
got in their assigned vans and
everyone made it back on time.
yes. No one got left.
No one got left.
So thank you guys.
Ellis McKinley says just making it home today. Flights were canceled. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that. But glad you made it home safely today. Amanda Gibson says we enjoyed the trip. We enjoyed meeting you guys as well. Amanda was part of our group cruise. Like I said, we have quite a few group cruise members on this chat, so we appreciate you guys. Yolanda's wishing me a happy birthday. Thank you so much. Inksville Travels, welcome in, Adrian. Appreciate you tuning in. Let's see, we have Kyle David, welcome in. Sorry I'm late. What did I miss? Nothing yet, but we appreciate you being part of our group cruise as well.
Yes.
Ashley, everyone's saying happy birthday. I appreciate it, guys.
And your birthday is this Saturday?
It's this Saturday. It's this Saturday.
I gotta check my notes.
Lisa T says for Carnival Horizon, did they close down the Thrill Theater? It wasn't working last year. That I don't know. This will be my first time on Carnival Horizon. I know on Panorama they closed it down and it is now a trampoline park. So I don't know what to expect on Carnival Horizon. Dwayne says, Duval. Welcome in, Dwayne, yes, from my hometown of Duval, Jacksonville, Florida.
Yes.
Welcome in, welcome in. Felicia saying here, Wallace Travel TV. Hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. Let's see. Ella says Orlando and Hobby was crazy this morning. I can only imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isabel says, thank you for the information you give my husband. I love watching your videos. Well, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you watching. And Roster says, the Seashore is a beautiful ship. Myself and my family had a wonderful time. Yes. Let's talk about MSC real quick before we get into what this group cruise was all about. Guys, MSC, and you probably, if you followed our shorts, I talked about MSC. Guys, they have stepped up their game. Now, let me just put this out there. I am a partner with MSC. You guys know this. I've had a couple things sponsored through MSC. They've invited our family on board World America next year. But I will always tell you guys how I feel. If you guys have caught my other vlogs, I have very clearly said MSC Seaside was my worst cruise ever. I have shared, when things weren't right with MSC, when the food's not right. We had a hard time on this cruise
finding something that we could really complain about.
Right.
Concerning food.
Right. First off, we had an amazing cruise director, Reverend Dr. E. If you guys don't know him, he was like the number one ranked cruise director with Carnival for years. And he left like last year sometime, and he recently transitioned to MSC Magnifica. I believe that was his first position. And July 4th, he signed on MSC Seashore. Now, rumor has it that he is being prepared and trained to take on World America when that comes out. Don't quote me on that, but that's kind of what we're hearing. But he was amazing. The ship is beautiful. I was on it in January to do a test run for the group because I just didn't want to. After, if you guys have been following for some time, I went on MSC Seaside probably in November. And because I had such a terrible experience, I was like, you know what? If I have to cancel this group cruise, I'm going to cancel it because I refuse to take 100 plus people on a ship or with a cruise line that I don't feel comfortable with because of my experience. So I said, let me go get on Seashore to see what this is about. So I did a 2-day test run on MSC Seashore in January. You can check the vlogs out. Had a great time. So I said, okay, it was just Seaside. For whatever reason, it was just MSC Seaside. And it was good. But the MSC Seashore that I had in January was not as good as the one I had, and it could very well be the people we were with because we were with some amazing people. But guys, the food has really improved on MSC, and that has been my biggest complaint. I don't cruise for food. I'm just not like that. Some people cruise because they want to eat. I think I cruise so much I don't even care to eat on a cruise ship. Honestly, like I'll eat because I need to eat, but I don't really care to eat. So I don't cruise for food, but that has been the biggest complaint with MSC. But the food on this ship, the food was seasoned, the food came out hot. There really wasn't anything that we didn't like. There was a lot of variety. Mm-hmm. And they also had, like at the buffet, they had like QR codes where they're asking for feedback on what should they provide on the buffet. How was your service? They were asking those types of questions. So MSC is taking a lot of feedback and they're making improvements. And I feel like they have to do that if they want World America to be, a successful ship. So
what I did was during one of the dinner services, I talked to the maitre d' and asked them why and how has this food improved so much over the last 6 months? And they said that we're new to the American market. We've been listening to feedback. They updated their menus. They now have American chefs in the kitchen as opposed to people from different parts of the world, and they're trying to cater to this audience, America. Mm-hmm. So I was trying to get an interview with one of them, but they, because of stuff that happened in the recent past, they're not talking to anyone unless
without
they have
consent.
3 days notice. So hopefully we'll be able to chit chat with someone from them and just get a official word, but on how they're improving, but didn't have any issues with the food.
No, not with the food, and in the main dining room either. Nothing.
And I will share this with you. I was looking for reasons. Mm-hmm. They had little pastries and the raisin pastries, and I was like, I know this ain't gonna be good. The raisins are probably gonna be dry.
I wasn't gonna eat the raisins.
And man, when I bit into that thing, the raisins were plump and juicy. I
don't want a plump raisin. Ugh. You must eat a grape. But yeah, the food was good. They had lots of entertainment across the ship. The entertainment was good. The cabin was clean, no issues with service. There were a couple of our group members that said that they had spotty service, like from their room steward or dining team or what have you. But I felt our personal experience, we didn't have any issues with any of that. I think the bigger issue we have is the elevators. The elevators were terrible the entire cruise. And I kind of prepped the group members that day one would be insane as far as, the luggage coming on, but the elevators were just terrible the entire cruise. So they need to get those in sync or what have you. But yeah, they definitely. So if you've been, oh, the only other thing too that we kind of mentioned were the doors were kind of inconsistent. So we did have drinks and Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi was no issue. Although Ron did have issues with. Sorry, that's David Ruffin. Um, he's dragging this pillow in here. um, Ron had issues connecting his Android, which seems to be a theme with MSC, and I don't know what it is because we had other group members that had Androids that could not connect. But the drinks were good, but they were inconsistent. You might get a pina colada from this bar, and it was, it had like extra cream and it was extra. Then you go to the next one and it's not. So that was kind of like, okay, they were inconsistent, but they were still good.
Yes.
Let's see here. Amanda says the food was amazing and I'm picky. Yeah, the food was good. It really was. Annette says cruise control is awesome. So I take it that you've used their service before. They are awesome. Amanda also says we will definitely use cruise control in the future. So yeah, so guys, if you've been hesitant on booking MSC, I would say give it a try. Give it a try because they have really stepped up their game. So let's see, who else do we have here? Um, Dwayne says, okay, Carnival Conquest it is. Then Celebration Key 721. Okay, so let me clarify. So the 721 is actually not the second trip. I messed that up. We will be on Carnival Conquest July 18th. That is the. Hold on. Am I getting confused?
Probably.
We're going to be on Carnival Conquest 718, which is going to be the second ship to go to port, to Celebration Key, and then we'll be back on. So there's 718. We're on it, and we're doing a back to back for the 21st. So we'll be part of the group the 21st. So the 21st is our group cruise. The 18th, we're just on board. And then we're doing a back to back. So you can join us on the 18th if you want to. Join us on the 21st. We're not doing any group activities on the 18th. July 18th, but we will for July 21st. And that was another question someone asked on Facebook. They were asking what kind of activities will we have for the group cruise. I honestly don't know at this point because we haven't planned anything for that group cruise yet. We will have group activities, and based on what happened for this cruise, we will make things better for that sailing. But yes, if you want to be part of our group, you would have to book through our travel agency. To be part of our group, get the group perks, those types of things. So definitely, if you want to get booked, reach out to me. I'd love to get you booked. Let's see here. We have others chatting with one another. But yeah, if you have any questions about the group cruise, feel free to ask. Isabel says we cruise on Carnival Sunshine December 2nd. We'll enjoy that. Sig says, welcome in, Sig.
Yes.
And thanks for being a channel member. She says, weird, your live stream didn't pop up on my laptop, saw it on my phone and had to search on my laptop. Yeah, YouTube has been acting pretty strange. Because it took me forever to find my own live stream. So Charlene, welcome in. Another channel member. Hello from Indianapolis. Welcome in, welcome in. Kyle said we enjoyed chatting with Ron. Guys, Ron was chatting with everybody. Everybody.
She told me not to embarrass her, so I didn't tell anyone.
Yeah. And I'm just gonna.
Oh, there's more.
And I'm just gonna say this. So people are asking how did the group cruise go. I will tell you my concern with the group cruise initially was how people would perceive us. And I say this because I've shared before that I'm an introvert. Ron's an extrovert. He talks to any and everybody about any and everything. And so I was like, okay, it's one thing for you to see me on camera, but how does that translate in person? Because I was concerned that people were going to think I was kind of awkward because I'm not like overly chatty. I know when to talk, but I'm not overly chatty. And I didn't want people to meet me in person. And then it's like, oh, not that I mean, I've met a lot of subscribers in person, but to have a group with you, I was nervous thinking they're gonna walk away from this thinking I'm different than the vlogs. And I feel like I'm the same, but I am truly an introvert. And
I'm an introvert as well, but can coach.
Anybody in the group cruise can tell you he is not an introvert. He was up at dinner service the entire time, walking around talking to people.
Because I had sciatica.
Oh yeah. Well, he did have that, but so that was my biggest concern starting the group. I knew that I wanted to because we've had a lot of people that want to, support us, our channel, our travel agency. People that just have overall have wanted to meet us or hang with us.
Or just cruise.
Yeah.
Some cruises that don't want to be
Right.
by themselves.
Right. So I knew that we wanted to do a group cruise. I didn't know how we would do a group cruise. And I'll be honest, this kind of blossomed into something much larger than I thought it would be. I never thought we would have 145 people on a group cruise with us, especially not our first one. And I think if you're planning a group cruise or thinking about it, I think what helped us was I was kind of strategic in how I did it. So 70% of our cruisers that were on board were either brand new to MSC or brand new to cruising altogether. And so I felt like that gave me, being an educator, it was kind of like being able to help people navigate and understand how to cruise and what to do was kind of what I wanted to do. That's kind of how I thought this cruise would go. And it did for the most part. But I think selecting a short cruise, a 3-day cruise, a lot of people were enticed by that because they didn't really have to take a lot of time off from work for this group cruise. And it was also a great, link as far as trying to test out a new cruise line if they were new cruisers, or even just trying to figure out if I even like cruising. So 3 days was pretty enticing. And I think also because we had drinks and Wi-Fi included, I think anytime you can package things together and give them to people, people love it. And so I think that helped us get as many participants or cruisers wanting to cruise with us. So I was kind of strategic in some of those things. Now, would I change anything from that? Yes. I would never do another 3-day group cruise. And those of you who are on the group cruise, you probably know what I'm referring to. It was like back to back to back activities, and not activities from our group. We had a few activities going on, but I think because we had new cruisers or we had new cruisers to MSC, everybody really wanted to do what was going on around the ship and not necessarily do a lot of the things that we had. Not that we had a lot planned. And so, no, we didn't. But it was just like nonstop. And I think moving forward, I would at least plan for 4 days, at least 4 days. And I say that because I would like to have a sea day somewhere in there to actually do group activities and have good attendance in those activities. So we had things like we tried to arrange pictures a couple of times. And I know like our first group picture, when we had our group mingle.
Well, what happened at the group mingle?
What do you mean?
What happened at the group mingle?
What happened at the group mingle?
I heard something exciting happen.
Oh, he's jumping the gun. At the group mingle, we only had, I don't think we had everyone there. We had probably about 75% of people there. And then we tried to take a picture on the beach, and we probably had less than half of everyone there. So it was just, and I had no problem with that. It was just people wanted to do other activities, other things, because it was such a short cruise.
Now, what happened at the group?
You tell them what happened at the...
So for the 75% of the people that showed up to the group mingle, we gave away prizes. We gave away rum cake, 6-pack of rum cake from
Bahamas Rum Cake Factory. He can't even tell the story.
And then we gave away $50.
We gave away some money, and then we also gave away a cruise for our upcoming group cruise. So
you mean on a cruise you gave away another cruise?
We did. So
that's gangster.
Yeah, so we actually had Shalonda, who, if you guys recall, when we hit 10K, we did give away a cruise for this MSC cruise. And Shalonda was she won that cruise. So we had her draw every cabin received a raffle, and the person drawn will be on board our Carnival Conquest cruise.
So you're telling me that the person that won the free cruise for this cruise drew the name of the person that won?
He's only making a big deal because that was his idea. That was his one, maybe two ideas. So he wants to make sure you guys know that was his doing.
I think it's awesome.
So yes, let's see here. Amanda says we took our 4 kids very family friendly, and that was kind of our hope. We wanted to get the kids involved as much as we could, and we tried to plan. So this is where I'm saying like it was just so busy we didn't get to everything. So like Andrew was supposed to have the dance off at the sail away party, and we were going to meet up and have the kids dance, and they were going to win. I believe it was a pass to the like a fun pass to the simulator arcade area, but people were everywhere. And when we looked around, we didn't really see the kids anywhere, so we couldn't organize that.
And the dinner time was so close to the end of
Yeah.
the
Yeah, they changed our dining time. We were so with MSC, if you guys don't know, they have usually 3 to 4 different dining times. So for this particular cruise, they had originally 5:30, 7:30, 9:30. I selected for the group 5:30 because I know 7:30 is like when the shows and everything's going on. 9:30 for us, just way too late. So we selected 5:30. We get on the ship. It's now 5 o'clock. Sail away party was at 4:30.
Mhm.
So then it was like literally everyone was at dining room in their sweaty t-shirts because it was just you couldn't go to sail away and enjoy it and then have to go shower and do all that, get to dinner on time. And MSC will not let you dine if you're more than like 15, 20 minutes late. So that kind of threw things off. But yeah, so it was just a lot going on. And then Dyson was supposed to arrange a knockout basketball game, but the kids were all over the place doing fun activities, so that didn't happen. Joe Marie did host a bracelet making session where we had like tropical themed bracelets, because you guys know she loves arts and crafts. We did have a few of the kids participate and join in there.
But we
So
wish we had more.
we wish we had more, and I think having that C day would allow those things to happen and people not feel like I'm missing out on other things, because C days are so relaxing that you could plan those types of things and it'd be just that.
And we had some family members that were on the cruise that we saw the first day
Yeah.
and didn't see them any other time but the first day.
Yep. Is it Shanedra says, do you all suggest bringing littles on a group cruise, or is this adults only? Guys, we will probably never be adults only. We are a family channel, so absolutely bring the kids. We had 17 or 18 kids on this cruise. Now we had 145 total. So most of them were adults, but we did have kids on board. So absolutely, we would always try to make some sort of kid-friendly activities and things.
And the kids clubs are awesome.
Yeah, the kids clubs were great.
Different age groups for all your little ones.
So we would always try to plan things, with kids in mind, families in mind. Something else that I think went really well was planning this cruise and having a private island. So I think moving forward, I would almost always choose an itinerary that has a private island, because it just allowed for a true beach day. We didn't have to plan excursions, didn't have to plan anything other than get off the ship, enjoy the beach. I did kind of hustle off to get off the ship to try to claim some spots for some people in the group, but that was beautiful because it required really no effort. It was just here we're at a beach, enjoy the beach, and I think that's
was included.
Yeah, the food was included, so I think people appreciated just having that day. Something I won't do in the future, as far as ports, I will have to make sure that if I plan any group excursion, that it is with a reputable, not to say this company is not reputable, but with a reputable company. And I say this because we weren't planning excursions for Nassau. I did put a group survey out there to ask, would you rather explore on your own? Would you rather stay on the ship? Would you rather make it a beach day? And we had over half say make it a beach day. So I was trying to be proactive in arranging chairs and umbrellas for the group at Junkanoo Beach, which is the free beach in Nassau. And so I was able to work with a company initially where they were going to give us, typically it's $40 for 2 chairs and an umbrella there, but she was able to get it to us for, was it 30 or $36. So she gave us a little discount, $36 per set. And I said, well, can you have these all grouped so we can be together, so we don't have to, get to the beach and have to figure out where to sit. And so she was going to arrange all of this. Initially, it was, well, we're going to charge you 50% deposit. You pay it now. If for whatever reason your ship doesn't dock, you won't get that back, but you don't have to pay the rest. So I was like, I guess we'll make that work, because I understand if we didn't dock, they still need to make money. Well, right when I was getting ready to pay, they changed it to 90%. And that was because we were the only ship scheduled in port. That did change because of the hurricane. So that kind of threw a loop for things, but I think people made it work. Some people decided to stay on the ship. So I would be very careful vetting out reputable vendors, reputable, because I didn't like the way, and I did refund everyone as soon as that happened. And I'm like, hey, y'all, I don't play around with people's money. Um, I did not want there to be an issue of sending her 90% and either she didn't provide or we, for whatever reason, because of the hurricane, couldn't dock. And now people are out of 90% of their money. So
So we still had a good day.
yeah, oh yeah, we had a really good day in Nassau. It was a beautiful day.
Long walk.
Yep. Um, so yeah.
I said it was a long walk to Junkanoo Beach.
It wasn't that bad. It was hot. It was hot, but it wasn't terrible. Let's see if we have other questions. Shalonda, welcome in, welcome in. Thanks for being here. Game Changer says, I'm happy y'all spend the time with us, and Ron is a stitch. I thought you were gonna say he's a stitch. It's not that, he's a stitch. He's a stitch. He is, yeah, he's hilarious. Trish Eastman says it's 115 in Las Vegas. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Gots to be real says hello, MH family. Welcome in, welcome in.
Well,
We're just chatting about our recent group cruise. Um, so welcome in, Queen Gemini. Welcome in. On Andrea Russell says hello. Please share the info for the group cruise next year. So next year we have two on the books. We have Quantum of the Seas going to Alaska. That cruise is June 9th through the 16th. Going to Alaska. And guys, I'll be very honest. This is going to be a very intimate group. There's only 4 other cabins at this point booked. And it's because of the price point. Alaska is one of those bucket list items. You know, it's not really for everyone.
This will be your third bucket list to Alaska then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm helping others reach their buckets. So we will be on board Quantum of the Seas. We do still have a couple of cabins left, but I don't anticipate this being a large group at all because of the pricing. Welcome in, my 2021. Thanks for subscribing. We appreciate it. So yeah, that's going to be a really small group. I'm not even really advertising that too much, but if you want to join us, let me know. But our big cruise for next year is going to be Carnival Conquest, July 21st through the 25th, going to Half Moon Cay and Celebration Key, which is Carnival's new private destination. It would just open up a week or so prior to that cruise. So if you want to join us for Celebration Key, that's going to be amazing. Now, I'll be very honest. I'm not cruising on this ship for the ship. I'm cruising on it for the itinerary because I love Half Moon Cay. It's a perfect beach day. If you guys have never been, it's like the water is like a pool. It is amazing there. Haven't been there in a minute, so it's time to go back. And Celebration Key to be one of the first there to check out that island. So it's more about, you guys probably hear stories about Carnival Conquest. I've been on it 3 or 4 times now. Don't really have a big problem with it. But it is one of Carnival's I guess, popular ships. So it can be a crowded ship. It is probably one of the least expensive Carnival ships, so it stays kind of packed. So do keep that in mind. But we're cruising more so for the itinerary, not the ship for that one. But yeah, if you want to join us, I'm also in the works of planning a Mediterranean group cruise, and I'm hoping to get that out for next year. I'm working on it right now. I'm looking at October of next year because I've had quite a few people. If you guys don't know, last year for my birthday, we were took a girls' sisters trip to the Mediterranean for the very first time. That video has done really well. We have over 125,000 views on that one. 131,000 views on that video. So people were very interested in the Mediterranean. A lot of people, solo cruisers, are like, I would love to go if you go back. So I'm like, well, I'm going to put it out there. Whoever wants to join us or, join me for the Mediterranean, I don't know if it'll be us. We'll see. To the Mediterranean, I'm going to put that information out here in the next week or two. So that is coming up as well. So, and then we're also doing some, not necessarily group cruises, but cruises that either the whole family will be on or I will be on, kind of like a cruise with me. We'll hang out, maybe have dinner, what have you, but it's not an official group cruise. Sun Princess this October, can't think of the date, October 14th through the 19th. If you want to be on the US inaugural of Sun Princess, I actually think it's sold out now. It might be sold out. Sun Princess is one that I'm doing. Next year, Star Princess, November
When,
10th through the 15th.
when you said you're doing, does that
We
mean?
got to see the kids' school schedule
Okay.
and your work schedule, guys. I'm my own boss, so I can take off or do whatever I need to do. So yeah, so I'll share all of that back on social media for you guys if you're interested. Let's see here. Um, Elf McKinley says, Cruise Control, your service was outstanding. I was on van number 5 on our way back to the airport, and she was so sweet. Wonder if you're talking about Stephanie.
Yes.
Stephanie is amazing. Shalana says, really enjoyed the group cruise. Cruise Control did a great job.
Yes, they did. I think Stephanie was the only
I think
lady.
so. Yeah, she's awesome. We've had Stephanie a few times when we've
I think she was
used her
the first
service.
one.
She was.
Mhm.
Yeah, she was. Charlene says, we love Cruise Control and have gotten the MH Family discount. Yeah, guys, use code MHFAM to save 10%. Game Changer says, agree, cruise control is the way to go, professional, friendly, and efficient. And that's something I would do in future group cruises. So a couple of other things, just so you guys kind of have an idea of how this was planned and what we, kind of what we did. I did arrange for a block of hotel rooms at the Town Place Suites Orlando Airport, which, guys, this is one of my go-to hotels, regardless if it's with a group or just our family. It's one of our go-to hotels because it's a newer hotel. It was built, I think I went last year when it was only 2 weeks. It had just opened for 2 weeks, been open for 2 weeks. It's clean. The service is good. They have a decent breakfast. Shout out to Miss Beverly.
Yes.
Miss Beverly is a cook there, and it was so funny.
So if you're watching Miss Beverly, hey.
Yes, it was so funny because, guys, I really, really don't consider myself or us celebrities, and that was something that I had to wrap my head around with the group cruise and understanding that people are coming on the group cruise to meet us,
No, they're coming to meet you.
to meet us.
No, let me
And
take a pause. So, guys, I'm sorry, and we had a wonderful time. But there was one lady who wasn't part of the group, but she wanted to take a picture of Raquel, and I said, "Oh, that's great. You want to take one with me too?" And she said, "No, no, I just a superstar." So I felt like she is Diana Ross, and I am one of the Supremes.
well, what was funny was after the girl said that, Dyson turned to Ron and he was like, "Nobody came to see you, Otis." so, so that was funny. Our kids are so old school. So he said that, but so it's funny because, like, I don't perceive, and I don't. That's awkward for me. So, like, I was very intentional to not really do like meet and greets. I called them like mingles because I don't like the attention on me or the attention on the family. But in hindsight, now looking at how the group went, and I did get some feedback from some of our group members, so I appreciate you guys sharing with me. Some of our group members wish they had more time with us, more time to mingle, more time to ask questions, more time to take pictures.
Yes.
And I see that now. I get it. So I know for the next cruise, we will do more of that. But we ran into Miss Beverly at the hotel, and guys, it was like she was just like so in awe and so in shock that we were at her hotel. And so yeah, shout out to Miss Beverly. But yeah, that's another lesson learned. But yeah, we stayed at Town Place Suites. We arranged to have cruise control pick up from there. We had 40 so rooms at that hotel. So I would definitely recommend them as well if you're booking for a group. Great rates, great service. They allowed a lot of people to check in early. So definitely shout out to them. But where was I going with that? Also, there's a lot of food options right there near the hotel. They offer free shuttle service from the airport, so definitely a go-to. So we arranged that for the group. We did have a group mingle the night before the cruise at the hotel where we passed out
The bags.
bags. So we had
Dirty bags.
yeah, kind of like goodie bags. There wasn't a whole lot in there, but we had our travel agency logo on a bag that was like a tote bag that people could use, with right here. So just like a little tote bag that everyone got. Each cabin got one of these. Everyone got one of these group shirts that my uncle Jimmy James Holt, he was also on the cruise, that he made, and everyone got one of those. Or let me say this: everyone that submitted their size got one. Most of everyone did. What else did we put in there? We put the raffle ticket. We put some ducks for, like, if you were a lucky duck, you got a prize. Autism awareness bracelets or what have you. So not too much, but we did do that. looking at in the future, I think we would probably do more raffles.
Mhm.
I felt like when we were doing the raffle, we probably could have done a little bit more. We did do some raffles during our group meetings. So we had two different group meetings. The first one we did a couple of just random giveaways for the cruise. So we'll do more of that for the next cruise. The t-shirts, I'll be honest, I kind of toyed with the t-shirts on whether we were even going to do those from the beginning or not. I think the next cruise I probably would survey to ask people, would they rather have a shirt or have that as like other prizes or other things?
Yeah.
And I say that because um yeah, my uncle made the shirts because there's a cost to the shirts, and we didn't charge people for the shirts. I've seen some group cruises where the shirts are you pay for your group cruise shirt. I don't feel right doing that because it's like if you're coming to join us for a group, I feel like if we're going to do shirts, we should provide the shirts. But kind of looking at just not only the cost of it, but also
Are you going to wear it after the cruise?
are you going to wear it after the cruise?
Is there something that we
I
could?
mean, I rock t-shirts all day, so I know I would still wear it. But yeah, is it something beneficial? Should we do something different? So I want to kind of get feedback on that.
But we love the shirts, Uncle Jimmy.
Yeah, we do. But it's like I just don't know if we would do shirts again. What are your thoughts?
You gonna let me talk?
Go ahead.
I would. I I would do the survey and see what the
Yeah.
group would want.
Yeah. So
Because there's other things now. One of the things on this group cruise that we were blessed with, we had very calm seas,
mhm.
and I don't know if that's because of uh, barrel that
It
was
was
going through, but we didn't have any problems with the seas at all. We thought about giving like seasickness patches just in case the weather got rough because there
mhm.
were so many new cruises, but everything was calm.
Yeah, so we were going to throw other things like seasickness patches, things like that, hand sanitizer. So, yeah, we're debating. I think for the next group cruise, we are going to do shirts because we've already advertised shirts. But I'm just curious to know some feedback on whether shirts are needed. It is kind of cool to have a group picture with the shirts. Um, in the future, I would also plan the group pictures to be outside because the lighting and the lounge we were in when we first tried to get it just wasn't good for the picture. Um, but yeah, so I would, and guys, just the organization for the shirts was a mess. We did have we paid Dyson a little something to help organize the shirts, but it was just trying to make sure everyone got their size. It was just a lot more work than we thought.
So we paid for his cruise. He eats for free, and we had to pay him.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
He's trying to get some money for his little lady friend to take her out. But
Mhm.
so yeah. But but yeah, something my biggest lesson, as I just talked about I have to understand the reason why people are booking the group. And a lot of people weren't. Now I'll be honest, there were a couple of people that booked the cruise, we never saw them. We never saw them. In fact, I had a older couple that day two of the cruise, I still had their shirts, and I was like, I didn't see them at all. And of course, I didn't know what they looked like. And I'm like, I didn't see them at all. So I literally had to send them an email and say, hey, are you on board? And they were like, yes, we're on the ship. Didn't hear a word from them after that. So there were some people that just wanted to book it because it was a great rate, great value.
Which is
They
fine.
just wanted to be on the ship for 4th of July. Totally get that. That's fine. That's fine. Book. I don't mind booking a group cruise for you or booking an individual cruise for you. That's fine. But I would say a vast majority of the people wanted to talk with us. And we did. We talked to pretty much everyone. I know there's probably a couple people that I missed because we were always crossing paths, or so there were some people that I didn't get to touch base with as much as I wanted to. There might have even been a couple people that I didn't even get to say hello to because they either weren't at the mingle or they weren't here. And then when I saw them in passing, the crazy thing is, you guys know who we are,
Yes.
but we don't know who you are. And I even had to say during our mingle that, hey guys, please do not create this um, sense of who we are. If I happen to bypass you in the hallway, my memory just isn't there to remember 145 people. Most of them that we just met for the now we did have a couple family members on board, but a lot of people we just met for the first time. It's very possible I might pass you in the hallway and not even look your way or not even speak. Please don't judge us based on that because it just took forever. I think we got used to it and I started figuring out who was who.
Mhm.
Which the shirts did help that first day.
It did.
But
So let's go.
but I realized that people want to cruise because they're curious to see about us, learn about us. So I think the next cruise we would host a Q&A session. That was some feedback that we received. So where people can come and ask us questions about our journey, about our family, about YouTube, about business, whatever. So we would definitely host something like that next time. There were also some people that felt like they wanted to get pictures with us. And I did say, hey, you can take a picture of us at any time. Just let us know. We don't mind coming in for pictures. But I think maybe organizing a time where people can come and take pictures, we would probably do that next time. But you were about to point out something?
No, I wanted you to go through.
Oh, your cousin said hello.
Oh, oh yes.
Yes.
Hey, cuz.
Welcome in, welcome in.
She's in Houston, do you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, do you guys have power? She's looking on, she's watching from Facebook, so I'm assuming maybe you have some power. Kim says you all did a phenomenal job in your first group cruise endeavor, and I wish I could afford to join you on the Quantum to Alaska next year. Yeah, and we know that that pricing just isn't, it's not ideal for a lot of people, and we totally get that. And that's why I think moving forward, we will have some balance. Like there will be some cruises because we do plan to do more group cruises. Like that's something that we talked about. We definitely want to do it.
And we like it being budget friendly.
Yeah, we like it being budget friendly, but there may be something like that might be something that may not necessarily be the most budget friendly. But again, we're attracting different budgets.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like I'm thinking the Mediterranean might be one that, a lot of people might want to go on, but a lot of people may not be able to afford it, or they might say, that's just a little too much. But I'm trying to keep things as, low cost as,
It's possible.
yeah, as possible. So
that's why we flew in to West Virginia on our way home, because it was the cheapest flight.
Yeah, and we drove the 2 hours home. So let's see. Any other questions? Let me go through to see. You were saying something else?
No, just want you to check the question.
Trish says, does cruise control go from Fort Lauderdale to Miami? They do not. They do not. Right now, cruise control is only in Orlando. We don't have a partnership with any other shuttle services in like Fort Lauderdale or Miami, anything like that. And that's because those cruise ports are very close in proximity to the airport. So a lot of the shuttles aren't, like, we tend to just Uber because it's usually cheaper. If you use the cruise lines shuttle, usually you're spending like $30 a person, whatever, and you can probably Uber in an Uber XL for less than that. So we really don't even know many transfer services in Fort Lauderdale or Miami, but definitely Orlando, Port Canaveral will use cruise control. Let's see here. Trish Eastman says, love your videos. Happy birthday. Thank you so much, Trish. We appreciate it. And Roster says, I enjoyed the food in the main dining room. Yes. Carl David said, I cruise for food. Felicia says, the pizza was fire. The pizza was good.
Yes.
The pizza was good. Yeah, they had a lot of options. They had a lot of options on the buffet. And guess I'm not a buffet eater, but they did have a lot of stuff. Game changer is the fact that Reverend Dr. E was the cruise director. I was so tickled. He was amazing. He was.
He was the first cruise director that I ever heard sing to me in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
My wife doesn't even say good morning half the morning, but this man sang.
He did. He did. Ashley says, it's kind of sad that Americans have to Americanize everything.
Mm. Yeah.
I get that point to an extent. I feel like everyone's not ready or willing to try other cultures, other cuisines, other experiences. And it's just a personal thing. I'm fine with things usually the way they are because I like to experience that. But some people get so stuck on this is how we do it, this is how we want it, this is what it's going to be, to where companies, if they don't adhere to some of those things, like MSC, because MSC had a bad rap for the first year of them being here in the US because they did things how they would do it, overseas.
Maybe when I used the term Americanize the menu, maybe that wasn't the correct term. What they did do was they elevated the menu.
Yeah, they did kind of Americanize it too, though.
But they had seasoning.
Yeah. Well, we like seasoning.
Yeah, we do.
But no, I get what you're saying, Ashley.
Yeah.
Everyone's just not ready for it, unfortunately. And I'm not even going to say unfortunately. Some people just like what they like. You're used to your own customs, your own food, your own this and that. And for me, I go into something knowing that this is going to be different.
Mhm.
So I go into it with an open mind. Not everyone does that. And so that's where a lot of the negative feedback, a lot of the negative comments, because yeah, the food may not be to your liking. They may not serve what you serve, but does it make it wrong? Does it make it bad?
Mhm.
Not everyone has that same perspective. So, but I get what you're saying.
Yep. Very valid point too.
Yep. Keisha H, welcome in, welcome in. She says hello there, Raquel and Ron. We appreciate you being here, Keisha H.
Yes.
KRL Consultants and Associates. I have to share that you guys are my favorite travel bloggers. Well, thank you.
Thank
You're always so positive, and I can feel your positive yet real vibes through the TV. Thank you so much. Your videos are so helpful. Well, thank you. We appreciate that. Cherie says, I was on Seashore in February for our anniversary and I was pleasantly surprised by the food. I was prepared to only eat pizza the whole time because of the reviews, but the food was good to us. Yeah, yeah, they did. And they, like I said, they did change the menu. So, and it's a lot better. A lot better. Felicia says, yes, the elevators. The elevators were terrible. Six says, I enjoyed the MSC Magnifica. I'm looking forward to trying one of their larger ships. Yes. Cruise Control TV said, thanks for the shout out. Sorry, I had to take a phone call. He stays busy. Uh, but yeah, no, definitely, guys. Like I said, and I always talk about Cruise Control, but they're amazing. Shalana says that pizza was a winner. I ate more than I should have. The air needed to be better in the near the elevators. Yeah, the elevators didn't work well, and they did not have AC. I think most of the elevators didn't. They were pretty bad. Um, Dwayne says, I'll do both 718 and 721. I'm trying to reach this diamond status. I get it. We'll see you on board. Lisa T says, can you book casino offers? Yes, I can book casino offers. And if you are, so the thing with it, with if you're speaking of Carnival, I can book casino offers for any cruise line. But if you're speaking of Carnival, they don't allow casino offers inside of groups. But what I can do is I can book you outside of the group. You might miss a couple of the perks. Like I think for this particular sailing, we're doing like 2 bottles of wine per cabin, $50 onboard credit, um, a shared cocktail party. I could probably still get you into the shared cocktail party, but you probably wouldn't get 2 bottles of wine because they don't allow those amenities to be added to casino perks because usually casino offers have their own perks. But yeah, I can book casino offers, but some of the, and I would communicate that to you to let you know which perks you wouldn't be able to get. But yeah, I can definitely help you with that. And Roster says our stateroom was on 14 and we did not have an issue with the elevators until debarkation. Yeah. So yeah, I would recommend uh, getting on a deck that's higher for that reason, where the main pool decks are, the kids clubs, the everything's right there. So yeah, 14 was probably a good spot. Um, Carol says, I cruise on Conquest in August and Magic in September. First cruise for my husband and son using your videos as guided info. Yes, well, thank you for that. We've cruised on Conquest and Carnival Magic. So let me know if you have any questions. Welcome in, Miss Carla Jackson. Thanks for being here. Ashley says, your next group cruise, will it be kid friendly? Absolutely. Guys, any group cruise we have will be kid friendly because we have kids. Now, I know our kids are getting older. There might be a time where I might do an adults only. It may be a place, hey, you could come. It may be a place like I'm thinking the Mediterranean. The Mediterranean may not be a kid friendly spot. So you may not, but I would never say you couldn't bring your kids. Absolutely not.
So we can say at least for the next 10 years, we'll be bringing
Yeah, because
our kids.
yeah. I mean, the boys are Drew's grown, but Drew will always be with us. Dice is almost grown; he's getting there, but yeah, absolutely. Warm Strong, welcome in. Hello, hello, welcome to you. Thanks for being a channel member. Keisha H says Ron H is the ultimate host. Yeah, he was hosting. He did a really good job. Uh, Carl Davis said, "Did you take Ron's chair at dinner? Because he was never in his seat, was he? He was never in his seat." And Roger says, "You are exactly the same as you are on the vlog." So thank you so much. I appreciate that. Melissa Robinson says, I'm an introvert too, but you seemed approachable. So I stepped out of my shell to say hi. It was nice meeting you. Nice meeting you as well. Yeah, I think I'm pretty approachable. And guys, when I say I'm an introvert, I like people. I truly, yesterday, I did nothing. Like I don't have social, well, I might have a little social anxiety. Like just I like being around people. I love talking to people. But I will get to a point where okay, I just have to have some me time and just decompress. Um, and I've always been like that. So, but some people could take that and twist it into like she's not approachable or she's not. this or that, whatever.
Oh, she doesn't love me.
Yeah. But when I get too tired, I just let him go do the talking or entertaining because that's what he does, and he does it well. Um, Felicia says, interested if MSC World America will have any quick service dining options. I'm hearing they are. That is some of the feedback. I don't know the specifics yet, but I'm hearing that they will have more dining options, like more casual options, kind of like how Carnival has guys burgers, Blue Iguana, things like that. I'm hearing that they are because that's kind of what, when we talk about Americanized, that's kind of what we want, to have more of those options rather than just the dining room and buffet, because that's really what MSC has at this point. Felicia, hey, Miss Carter, welcome in, says drink and, oh, and Miss Carter was actually on the group cruise as well. So thanks for being part of our group. She says drinks and Wi-Fi, love that. Yeah, and honestly, the question was asked, would I ever do another group cruise on MSC? Absolutely. Because I would say majority of people that were on our group cruise that we touch base with, they loved it. They had no issue. There were a couple that were like, the food was just so, or the internet didn't work, so I had issues with that. So it wasn't like 100% of the crew, but I would say 90%. 90% of people were like pleasantly surprised with MSC. So I would do it, and I would do it because of the value that they bring. Because I think a lot of people on group cruises, they want to have the drink package, they want to have Wi-Fi, they want to have these things, and it's nice when it's kind of grouped together. And I will say this: MSC has an amazing group. Well, yeah, they have no limit on their drink package, y'all. No limit on their drink package. I mean, yeah, and you can go and order like 3 drinks, and they're usually not going to say anything. But I think they just offer really good value, and
the ships are beautiful.
The ships are beautiful. But the pricing. So when you look at group cruises, you might even notice with the Carnival group, a lot of times it's not deeply discounted because they try to charge you for some of those perks and amenities that you're getting. Whereas MSC, guys, I'll tell you this, I had some people trying to book last minute, and let's say on average, interior cabin for 2 guests was probably like $700-800. Well, by the time if I didn't have any group space left, there were some people that were booking at $1,200. So you get a huge discount with MSC when you book a group. So I would use them again for that reason, because their group rates are really good, and then with the drinks and Wi-Fi included, it's amazing. Doretha, welcome in. She says hello from Houston. I hope you guys are doing okay there in Houston, Doretha. Thanks for being channel members, and our thoughts and prayers are with everyone that's in the Texas or Houston area, or within Texas, that's Houston affected area. By the Houston area, that's affected by some of these power outages. Shay's Adventures, welcome in. Shay was also part of our group cruise. It was a pleasure meeting you as well.
Yes, it was.
Deborah A says, question, as an introvert, do you have problems making videos? I find it so uncomfortable talking into the camera, but would love to share some of my cruise content. It's funny because I could talk to the camera all day. Yeah, it was awkward. I wasn't embarrassed talking into the camera. I was embarrassed because I thought people were watching me do it. So I can sit and talk to the camera all day long because the camera doesn't talk back. But when I first started, I don't let me David Ruffin. I would talk into the camera, but I would kind of be looking because I'm like, oh, people are watching me. Now I don't care. Like, you're gonna watch me regardless, and so you're either gonna see me on your TV, or you're gonna watch me record it. So I don't even pay attention to who's around me anymore. I just pull it out and I start talking, and people do watch.
But it took you a while to get.
It did take me a while to get to that, but as far as like talking on camera, I think because I, like I said, was a school leader, a school principal, what have you, I have the people skills to, talk and do these things. I have those skills. I just don't always want to use them because I am an introvert. So yeah, you just got to put the camera out and just do it. I mean, for me, that is easier sometimes than actually talking face to face to people with people. But yeah, just get over the people are going to watch, people are going to, I'm now to the point where I'm comfortable setting up my tripod and doing whatever because people are going to watch, and they're going to, a lot of people are curious about what you're doing and they'll ask. Some people do get annoyed with it, but hey, it's my money maker right now. And so, yeah, you got to kind of step out that comfort zone. But I'd love to see your cruise content. So try to get it out there.
Yeah, get it out there. I'm trying to get it out there.
Q Creation said I was eating dinner and heard the word giveaway. That got my attention. Oh, we're not giving away anything this live stream. But we did give away a cruise on our group cruise, and that'll probably become a thing where on our group cruise we give away a cruise for our next group cruise. Um, and I'll be very honest. I'm always transparent that when we give away cruises, you guys do know I'm a travel advisor, and so one of the things that you receive as a travel advisor when you book groups is you get like they're called tour conductor credits. So they are it's pretty much just like you book so many people, the cruise line's going to give you a bonus. That's really what it is. And so we believe in giving that back. So that is where it comes from, where we're giving, like for this cruise, we're just taking our tour conductor credit and we will gift that to someone for our next cruise. So we're giving back. Um, so it's not like we're necessarily coming out of pocket for it. I mean, we are because it's less money back in our pockets, but we're just taking um, the perk that we receive because we have so many people on our group to now give this to someone else. So that'll probably always be something that we do with our groups.
With the exceptions of the ones that only have 4 or 5 cabins.
Correct. Yeah, because yeah, Alaska next year we won't be giving away. We won't be able to give away one because we right at this point we only have 6 cabins, 2 of ours and 4 others. If we get more, then maybe, but
So
yeah.
maybe we can say when we have groups of 50 cabins or more.
Well, not even 50.
I'm going to say 50 and we can debate it.
No.
But it ain't going to be 4.
No, because you don't even get tour conductor credits on 4. But welcome in your favorite couple. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being channel members. We appreciate you guys being here. Keisha says that is Gangster Ron, group cruise number 2, about 500 deep. Now, we're not going to ever get 500 deep. That right there causes me some instant anxiety. I think where we were, the 145, I think we, keep it roughing.
145 was a good sweet spot.
It was a sweet spot. I could see us doing, I would say 200 max.
We didn't want it to get too big where it felt too mechanical, and we didn't want to lose the personal approach or touch.
Yeah, I do think I could do 200. We could probably do up to 200 people on a group cruise, but this is where I would pull in. Like I felt like, you know, you were hosting some things, but I kind of felt like it was a lot of work, a lot of planning for just one person to do. So if we were to ever reach out and have that many people, I would actually pull in some of my family. You guys would love to have Auntie Cheryl helping out doing things. You know, I would have to have more support to make that happen. But 500, no way, no way. I mean, it would be nice in certain areas, but that's just a lot. It's just a lot. Davina, welcome in. She says, hello from Maryland. We just cruised with MSC for the first time. Our cruise was 7 days and we felt that wasn't enough. I can't imagine only 3 days. I do not understand why MSC has such a bad rep. I enjoyed the food, ship, port, sea day shows, etc. I think you came in because Davina, you were just on it a week ago, 2 weeks ago.
So the bad rep.
Yeah, I think you came in at the right time, and I really feel across their ships, they're really trying to get things in order for World America, which is going to be their new ship coming out next year. We will be on the media cruise for that one as well as the inaugural. So if anybody wants to join us, we'll be on board. So I really feel like you came in at a good time when a lot of those. There's still complaints. I mean, there's still people saying things about MSC, but they've really stepped it up.
And they say things about all cruises.
Oh, absolutely. Lisa says, I saw that. I would have loved to have gone to the bracelet making. They were cute. Yeah, Jo Marie had fun with that. She was a little nervous that no one would show up, but we did have a couple of friends to come in. Let's see here. Shanidra on Facebook says, on top of your great vlogs, love to see Drew dancing cut up. Yeah, he had a good time. Yeah. Amanda says, love the shirts, but I think a more universal shirt with just your logo instead of a holiday specific theme. That's probably a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
So more just like a generic MH Fam t-shirt. Yeah, that's a great idea. Couple more. We're gonna wrap this up because I have a couple days before I head out for the next cruise. So I have to finish you have to finish washing clothes from the last cruise, and I have to get packed because if you aren't following, I'll be on board Carnival Horizon here in a couple of days. My birthday is on Saturday, leaving here Saturday evening with my sister Cheryl, Jo Marie, my brother, and sister-in-law, and we're boarding Life with V's group cruise that she has going on. So it's kind of cool because I had my first group cruise and I'm going on my first group cruise. So it'll be interesting to kind of to see that. But yeah, I'll be on Carnival Horizon for 6 days. So make sure you have those notification bells on because I will go live. And then right after that, I'll be on Utopia of the Sea. So you guys know I'm doing a lot of cruising back to back. But let me prepare you for this because I was doing the math. I think I have 10 more cruises between now and I know 10 more cruises between now and the end of the year. But what you're going to notice is come January, I'm not going to be cruising as much. There's a reason behind that.
What's the reason?
Wave season.
Tell people
So wave season is like the busiest booking season for travel agencies, travel agents, and you guys know we've only been in business for 2.5 years now. So we got our first big wave season this past January. Wave season usually goes from like January through March, April, although I feel like my wave season is still going on. Thankfully, we're so thankful to all of our clients. But this past January, I took a couple of cruises, guys. I was stressed because I was having inquiries out the door. I had people booking left and right, and it was so hard to try to balance the travel agency plus creating content and do all of this and that. So I'm trying to get in as many cruises the end of this year as I can because I might only go down to maybe one cruise January, one cruise February, and they'll be short cruises because it's just too hard trying to manage all of that. So just know that you'll see me cruising a lot here coming up, but it won't be as much in the beginning of the year, but I will pick it back up. So the summer, fall, winter will be busy cruising times, but that January, February, March won't be as busy. Um, let's see. Anything else? Shalonda says I'm still missing my shoe. Shalonda lost her shoe at Ocean K. Let's see. Everyone's speaking. Everyone's speaking. Keisha H says Ron is so darn shady. Your third bucket list for Alaska.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. My 2021 says, go ahead.
I was going to tell her that I'm also petty. So yeah,
He is very petty. My 2021 says hello and thank you for the information. Very interested in going on a cruise. Most likely it will travel alone. Just wondering whether it still be fun. Yeah, yeah. I cruise. I've been cruising a lot more solo lately, and I love it. I do think I prefer shorter solo cruises. Like I've done a couple of 7-day solo cruises. I like them, but I'll be honest, I start getting kind of lonely and I want to get back home to the family. So I do think 3 and 4 night cruises are best for solo cruises, or at least for me, because I am an introvert. Um, yeah, because I feel like when I'm by myself, the only person I talk to is my camera, unless someone approaches me. And so I think after a few days, I'm kind of like, yeah, I'm ready to go back home to the family. But yeah, you'll still have fun. You'll still have fun. Keisha H says, I would love a Mediterranean group cruise. 2 bucket list trips in one. Yeah, it's in the works. I'm going to probably announce it here in the next couple of weeks. I already have an idea of what I'm going to do. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to do it, but it'll be for next year. Carol, welcome in, another one of our group members. We appreciate you being on the group cruise. She says, I truly enjoyed the cruise. Dr. E was so much fun and cruise control was on point. Thank you for that feedback. Lisa T says, which Town Place Suites do you recommend? Town Place Suites, Orlando Airport. It's a newer hotel. I do have a vlog from when they first opened last year. It's on our channel. Very clean, great service, really no complaints. And they have a pretty decent complimentary breakfast that we enjoyed. So I think that's important when you have a group to have that complimentary breakfast, to have that complimentary airport shuttle is important as well. I'm trying to see if there's any other questions. David Smith says, when is the 25K sub cruise giveaway? Whenever we hit 25, if we hit 25 by August 31st, that is the deal. Right now we are at 20,400.
Yes.
So if we hit 25, let me not say if, let me say when. When we hit 25,000 subs, if it's on or before August 31st.
I thought it was August 1st.
No.
Okay.
I said August 31st for a reason because something else is happening then.
Okay.
August 31st, then we are giving away another cabin on board the Carnival Conquest. So, yeah, help get us to 25K and we'll do another giveaway. Denise, welcome in, welcome in. She says, hello, family. I love your t-shirts. These were our group cruise shirts. And I do agree with Amanda now that I'm thinking about it. If we do cruise again on a holiday, to make it just more still a generic shirt.
Okay.
Is it Danielle Golding says, hello, fam. Love your content. Well, thanks for watching. We really do appreciate it. Let's see here. Just scrolling, just scrolling. Miss Curtis says, I think sleeveless t-shirts would be great, especially in the summer. That's an idea. Alice McKinley says, I think the shirts definitely help us identify each other. I do too, yeah. Now I do think the shirts are probably important, but maybe how we do it next time would be different.
Okay.
Keisha H says, please be sure to hit that thumbs up. We do appreciate it, guys. And it does help our channel out. Let's see. Oh, this is Miss Leslie. I don't know, it's P01. She says, oh, I lost it. I love the t-shirt and will continue to wear it. The cruise was amazing. It was nice meeting you, Miss Leslie.
Yes, thank you, Miss Leslie.
We appreciate it. But yeah, it seems like everyone had an overall good time. We didn't really get much negative feedback. I mean, there were, like I said, some lessons learned. We will, do a better job of understanding why people are on our group cruise and trying to make sure that we plan activities based on that. That was probably my biggest takeaway from the group. Did you have a big takeaway from the group?
I love the age demographics. I like that we were sailing with a lot of our senior saints.
Yeah.
And which was kind of cool because you got you got input from all different age groups. We had a lot of veterans and just a lot of wonderful, good, wholesome people. So
yeah,
I did like
absolutely. And guys, I'll be honest, like that is something that when you plan a group cruise, you're kind of nervous because you don't know who you have joining your group cruise. And I'll be very honest, like we always have safety measures in place for the kids and for the family when we cruise, but we had to really talk to the kids a little more about this because I'm like, and no offense to anyone that was on our cruise, we had no issues, but we have to be proactive as parents and say, hey, we don't know these people. We don't know these people, but they feel they know you. So they feel like they can connect with you based on what they know about you and what have you. And so, just putting safety measures in place so they know what to do, what to say, where to go, where they can't go, things like that. But we had an amazing group. Like, yes. Everyone was amazing. So we were thankful for that. And Rasha says, did you see this nurse shark at Ocean Cave? We did not. But I have heard that too. We heard it's a regular at the Lagoon Beach and it is harmless. Jay Major, did you get a new account? That's my sister. That's Auntie Cheryl. It used to say something else, but it says it's me, sister.
She got an alias. What happened to the other?
It's me, sister. Felicia says, so the shark was there. We didn't see it, but enjoyed snorkeling a bit. Deborah says, I tend to be very open-minded, and that is why I'm willing to give MSC a try. I think a lot of the negative comments are probably from people not familiar with an Italian cruise line. Yeah, I think that's accurate. And like someone said before about being Americanized, people want it to be Americanized, and if it's not what American standards are, it's bad. And I don't necessarily agree with that. So yeah. Let's see, Keisha H. Right. With cruising, there's something for everyone, and it's understandable that bucket list cruises may be a reach, if not for the cruise costs. Yeah. Welcome in, Cruising Capers. Thank you for being here. Let's see if we have any other questions. Alan Family Adventures, welcome in, welcome in. It says, hey, MH fam, wanted to pop in and say hello. Well, can't wait to hang with you on this next adventure. I can't wait either, Jocelyn. So I'll be on board with Jocelyn. She'll be on board for Life with V's group cruise as well in just a few days. Keisha H says, introverts can be easily drained by crowds. Yes, that is me. That is me. Like, I don't mind it to an extent, but after a while, I'm like, I have to go back to my cabin. Miss Penny says, I'm an introvert as well. This is why I do not do group cruises. People drain us and we need to recharge. Some people take it the wrong way. I like to socialize, but I have my limits. That's it exactly. And that's why we would have to find a balance with activities and things, because I recognize that. And I know that. And I'm very vocal about that. So if anybody...
Nothing was mandatory.
No, and I said that so many times. Like, this is your cruise. You paid for this. It's not our cruise. Do what you want to do. Like, if you want to join us for these things, and I would send out every evening, hey, this evening we're doing these things. This is where you'll find us. If anybody wanted to join us, they did. If they didn't, that's fine. We did a slot pool. We did get 16 people to join the slot pool, but it wasn't. Yeah, I thought 16 people. We didn't win anything.
Not
It
at all.
was terrible. But yeah, so people that wanted to join in joined in. People that didn't, and we are fine with that. Like our feelings are not hurt, not at all. So, um,
Yeah.
Cheryl saying hi, Mr. Ruffin. I must be way back in the chat. M. Roster says group cruise on World America. You know, I thought about that. We actually talked about that.
Let's make it happen.
Carmen says good evening from Cincinnati. Love your cruise blogs. Thank you so much, Carmen. Appreciate it. Denise says, hello, MH am from Warren, Michigan. I have a question. I'm going on my first cruise in October. I need to call home and check on my mom and aunt. What do I have to get? Is it a Wi-Fi package? Yes, you would need to get a Wi-Fi package and
WhatsApp
make sure your mom and your aunt have WhatsApp
or Facebook.
If you have iPhones, I don't know how Androids work. I don't have an Android. Ron's the only one in the house with an Android. But if you have an iPhone and you have Wi-Fi, you can text and video or FaceTime back home to anyone with an iPhone as long as you have Wi-Fi. If you don't have Wi-Fi, you're not going to be able to connect with anyone off the ship. So definitely get Wi-Fi, even if it's just the lowest package. You may not be able to do like streaming calls, but you can at least message, text, email, things like that. But I would say download WhatsApp and make sure your mom and your aunt have WhatsApp, and then you can communicate using that either through internet calls or internet messaging. Um, that's usually the best thing to do. Fun times with Ray and Nancy. Welcome in. Says we love MSC. Hopefully, we'll get a chance to cruise with you guys one day on a group cruise. Love the MSC Seashore and the drink package. Ooh wee, yes, yes. Keisha H, good point. She says you need to check out Sig the Solo Cruisers YouTube channel. For those of you solo cruisers, check out Sig. She has lots and lots of tips for solo cruisers. And she'll take you along on her adventures when she's cruising solo. So Queen Gemini says, what were the dates for the Alaska cruise? June 9th through the 16th, a 7-day cruise. And that's on board Quantum of the Seas. On top of your great vlogs, we love to see your dance and cut up on Venus. So I think I already read that one. Fun Times Race says, we'll never do another short 3 or 4 day cruise unless we move to Florida. Yeah, it was way too short, way too short. Cherie says, I'll be on Carnival Glory July 19th through the 22nd. Will you enjoy that? Jean Biz, I think we're getting to the bottom of the chat. Love your blogs. We'll definitely be booking with you in 2026. Going to South Africa in January. Nice. That is nice. Shari says, when will the group cruise video drop? No rush, just want to know. Probably on Friday. That's my hope. Right now, I just released, if you guys didn't catch it, I did release Discovery Princess. The first part of that, I think Discovery Princess will probably be 2 parts. It was a 3-day cruise. The next one will be a Sea Day plus Ensenada because it was kind of short. So I'm trying to get that out. I'm sorry, the group cruise one probably Sunday because I want to push out the Discovery Princess probably Friday and then the group cruise on Sunday is my plan. But I have to have it all ready to go because I'm cruising this weekend. So if I can get it all edited and done, then yes. Don't hold me to it though. Tips for cruisers, welcome in. What cruise line do you think you will do the Mediterranean group cruise with? Right now, I am honestly looking at 2 options. I'm looking at Princess and I'm looking at NCL. And I know you're probably like, NCL, you didn't really care for NCL. NCL has some really good Mediterranean itineraries. That would be the reason I would look at NCL. Thought about MSC, but I want to try something different in the Mediterranean. So right now I'm looking at Princess and I'm looking at NCL. There might be another one, but I'm hoping to get things finalized here in the next couple of weeks. Keisha H says, will channel members get double entries for cruise giveaway? Maybe. Not so good. Maybe. We'll see. Gabrielle says, I wanted to try MSC, but have been scared to try. Guys, just try it. You never know what you like until you get out there and try it. So get out there and try it. LF McKinley says, J Major, miss getting a chance to cruise with you, but know you will enjoy the one coming up. Yes, Auntie Cheryl, Sister Cheryl, everybody was asking about you. So you will have to be on the next group cruise. So clear your calendar for next July. Hey guys, I'll tell you, I'm the introvert, she's an extrovert. So if I get tired, I'm gonna leave her and I'm gonna leave him with the group. We're gonna be good because you guys love both of them. She said, sorry, I couldn't make it, maybe next time. Olga says, how do you manage cruise planning around the kids' school schedule? I always find that the best deals are when school is in session. Cruises are less crowded. Love your channel. Yeah, that is the challenge. I've been doing a lot of cruising solo when the kids are in school. Now that I'm doing this full time, and I do get some great deals. I, for one, and this is me being, I'm not gonna, well, I guess I'm a retired school administrator. That
Former.
it's okay to take your kids out of school for a couple of days for a trip, vacation, what have you, if you don't abuse the system. And so we kind of would start, when we find a really good deal, and if we could tack it on to like another holiday or tack it on to when the kids are about to be out of school, we had no problem. Like we would say our kids were to miss no more than 5 days of school due to travel. And that's kind of what we've stuck with.
Mhm.
And so we would be strategic in looking at the calendar. And sometimes it might even be, for instance, it's October. Our kids have a 3 day short break because of teacher planning. So that would be a great time to book a 4 day cruise, maybe a 5 day cruise, and they don't have to take off any days of school. So just really look at the calendar and figure it out that way. But yeah, it is cheaper to cruise when kids are in school. Just feel, just don't abuse the system. There are a lot of people that will take their kids out for every trip, all the kinds of vacation. They're always sick, this and that, what have you. Don't do that. But a couple days out the year, they're not, I'll be honest, they're not really missing a whole lot. They're just not.
And now that they're one for one with technology, you should.
Not everywhere is though.
Okay.
Our school district's 1-to-1. Christy, welcome in, welcome in. She says the cruise was amazing. It was nice meeting you guys. And I think we are at the bottom of the chat. Michelle Love says, happy had the opportunity to meet you in the buffet on Thursday. Go Android, Ron. Are you the one that told Ron? No, we had quite a few people that we met in the buffet back and forth. But yeah, we met a lot of people. And that was the other thing. It was so crazy because, and this is probably where the shirts help. We had so many people approaching us on the ship because they recognized us because like I had just had the MSC Seashore vlogs out and so many people, and I'm like, I had the first day I was like, are they part of the group or are they just saying hi? So it was so hard to decipher, who.
There was nothing but love.
Yes. Alrighty. Felicia says, I'm taking my daughter out for my birthday. Yeah. Yeah. You got to do what you got to do. I mean, school is important. Absolutely. But a couple of days here and there.
To build memories?
Yeah. And you're learning a lot more. Your kids are learning a lot more social skills and how to interact with different cultures and experiences and history. There's so much more they're learning being away from school than they are in school. And I can almost guarantee you, like Ron said, a lot of schools are 1-to-1 with technology. So whatever they're doing at school, they can probably do, on the road or do wherever. They're not missing a whole lot. And that's just really what it is. Shalonda says, oh, Tracy F, welcome in. Says, hey, Ron, my husband said he has some new dance moves from him. Not from him.
No, he probably says for me.
Oh, for him.
Yes.
Yes, he needs them. Shalonda says, great group cruise. Enjoyed meeting everyone. Can't wait for the information for the Mediterranean. I have one big cruise booked. If I can add another one, that would be great. Ron fills in where you need a break. He does. He really does. We have a good balance. So. All right, I think that's about it. We kind of went a little over tonight, but we appreciate you guys tuning in. Again, stay tuned. We have Carnival Horizon coming up in 4 days. Right after that, Utopia of the Seas. So if you're curious to know about Utopia of the Seas, which is Royal Caribbean's newest ship, I will be on, I'm going to still call it the inaugural cruise. July 22nd, I'll be on board with Dice for a couple of days. And then I think I have a little break before a really big cruise I'm taking in August. And
you might try to send your husband on that cruise.
Guys, he does all this talk about wanting to go on a cruise, but he's not going by himself.
I did last time, and I had
you did
beautiful footage that somehow shared.
He's talking about his Beach Boys cruise. Welcome in, Controversial Cruising. Drea H, welcome in. Thanks for being the channel member. Says, I'm looking forward to your Horizon review. Yeah, I'll do a ship tour. I think I'm going to get into the ship tours now. But I'm probably not going to do a day-to-day vlog. I'm probably not going to do a day-to-day vlog because I actually have some things that I'm working on behind the scenes where we have a new partnership. I'm not going to announce that just yet. I did announce it to our channel members, but a new partnership, and that will jump that will kick off next week. And so you guys will see that. So my vlogging style will be a little bit different for this cruise because I'm going to be highlighting some other things. So
It'll still be travel.
that'll still be travel. Yeah, absolutely. So Sassy Sister says, enjoy your birthday. I will. I will. I'll be traveling, but yeah, I'll enjoy my birthday. But we appreciate you guys tuning in. To everyone that was on our group cruise, thank you so much for helping us have what we think, a pretty successful first group cruise. Again, there's some lessons that we learned from the group cruise. There were some amazing highlights. We had some amazing, wonderful people with us. We had some phenomenal support with cruise control transportation, with my uncle Jimmy doing the t-shirts, with Town Place Suites Orlando Airport, even with MSC Cruises. We are so thankful for them and how they organized. We really didn't have any issues with the group at all, like with the booking process. We only had one out of 54 cabins. We had one issue, at least that I know of. I don't know if anybody didn't tell me, but one issue with a booking thing, but it was minor. So like no issues there. So I would definitely encourage, if you're looking for a group, I can actually help organize and plan your group. If you are looking to not book a group cruise with someone else, but to plan your own group, we do organize group cruises. And I'm to the point now where I can even go with your group on your group cruise if I'm available. So yeah, definitely reach out if you want to get booked. If you want to book any other cruise, feel free to reach out. I will share tomorrow our other group cruises that we have planned for next year. I'll put those back out on social media. And then in the next few weeks or so, I will share about the Mediterranean because that is going to happen because I've been asked several times.
Now, there's one thing that I liked about the group cruise that we didn't talk about. We all got to go in as soon as we got there. As soon as cruise control got us there, and as soon as they opened up the line, we were let in, regardless of what time we had.
Well, we did wait up. We were there early, but we waited outside to eat. But yeah. MSC, like they didn't even have us wait. Like literally you checked in and you got on the ship. There was no waiting in the terminal. And I hope that's something they did away with. Because they did make some changes with that. They made changes with the muster drill. The muster drill is no longer everyone go down at once. You do it just like you do other cruise lines where you watch a video and then you go to your muster at your leisure and you're done. So they did change that. So there's some positive changes. Lisa T says, how do you become a channel member? If you take a look if you're watching on your computer or on your computer, it'll say join right under the title for this video. It says MSC Seashore, our first group cruise. Underneath that, there's a white button that says join, or you can check the link in this video because it usually automatically attaches. But appreciate you guys tuning in. We're going to go ahead and rest. Looks like we're about to get some storms here, but if you're in Texas, please be safe. Try to cool off. Hopefully you guys get power back here soon. But we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. We appreciate you guys tuning in. Please be sure to follow us here on YouTube. If you aren't, we're trying to get to 25,000 by August 31st to give away another cruise. Guys, we are only like 250 away from 10K on Instagram. And guys, it's been a long time coming for Instagram. Guys, Instagram was probably our first platform and 3 or 4 years now, and it's taken all this time to get to 10K. Once we get 10K, we will be monetized. Thanks for subscribing, Christy. We appreciate it. Once we hit 10K on Instagram, we'll be monetized there. So we'll be monetized on all platforms. So that's exciting. So if you can help get us there, we'd appreciate it. But again, we appreciate you guys tuning in. And again, thank you so much for everyone who was part of our group. We appreciate you guys. I'll be sharing some pictures and things on our social media platforms. But yeah, if you want to book another group cruise, if you want to join us again, let us know. And if you weren't on this group cruise and you want to join us on the next one, be sure to send me a message. I'd love to help get you booked.
Thank you all.
You guys have a great week and turn your notification bells because I'll be going live probably on my birthday or on the 14th. All right. My birthday's this Saturday. Thank you, Fiona. Thanks for subscribing. We appreciate it. All right, guys. Have a good night and have a great week and be safe. We'll see you later.
Bye.